was because the place where Blue had sent you, where you were ambushed and all that jazz had happened, actually was the correct coordinates, as far as you can tell. And that took you here. And at the time you got here, the Gnolls had beaten you to it first. And as you traversed down into this tunnel, there was a series of traps, most of which had already been triggered by Gnolls. Basically a meat procession in there tanking the traps for this expedition party. And when you got down into this chamber, you saw a party of Gnolls with Yongnu, who you would know is the demon lord of... Let me check on that. The Beast of Butchery. What's his... Does he have a demon title? Anyway, he's the Gnoll Lord. They worshipped as a god. You didn't know if he was real or fictional or not, but yes, he is. Here he is. And fight ensued.
Why is there a Nolthian? I don't remember why that...
He was a summoner, and I don't know. You guys made some sort of connection between him and Luthien, and he got dubbed Nolthian.
Okay. I don't remember either. But
yeah. The pains of skipping like 4 weeks.
Yeah.
Go ahead.
There's 2 of me.
There is.
In the chat, you know the chat drop down where you can pick your character? There's 2 ice roses.
Oh, I think I know what's going on. You set your username as Ice Rose, and then your character name is Ice Rose.
Oh.
So like when I'm in our Sunday campaign, I have Dan and I have Artis. Because you set Ice Rose as your name, you have Ice Rose the player and Ice Rose the character.
Oh fuck! When did I even do that? Okay, sorry. Continue with whatever you're doing. I'm just gonna go figure this out.
I think that was basically it. Combat ensued. I was gonna go a quick run through what our statuses are on. Mara and Ice Rose have what I usually put on as a fear. And I was looking up. I believe it was the vampire hyena. Yeah, Frightful Cackle. 120 feet. DC 15 Wisdom save or become frightened for a minute. You can repeat the saving throw at each of your turns. So that would probably also be why the 2 of you did not approach the rest of the battle. Why Mara and you are kind of separated from everyone else.
Okay.
Duja is enlarged. That's the 6-turn ticker on there. The vampire, I think the no mark was he's not able to be healed. Silas, I believe, is also afeared of the vampire, but I don't think he wants to approach that anyway. Looking at Yongnu's marks, I think the vulnerability is the sworn enemy from Stella. And then the flag. Trying to remember what that was. Oh, I think he was marked by Silas. I think that was the... what do you call that? That's a warding maneuver, I think.
Unwavering mark.
Unwavering mark. Yeah, I think so. He has disadvantage against anyone other than you until the start of your next turn. Does that sound correct?
Correct.
Okay.
And sorry, I'm trying to figure out what's happening. I wasn't here for the session before the last time, so yeah. This is all new to me.
Oh, you weren't at this fight?
No, I think you were playing him.
Okay. So I guess that's right. Yeah. So that would also be why I couldn't find a recording for it. Oh, Matt did it. So it was okay. So Randy, you kind of got the gist of what we went through with the recap, right? Is there any
Yeah.
questions you have about what's going on?
I'm assuming we were just on our way to get the wand and re encounter these whatever they are.
This is at the destination. So this is where Ice Rose was going to retrieve the wand, and these guys were going to get it before you could. When Fraser Blue died, all the secrets he was keeping were no longer secret.
I see.
So Ice Rose understood that this is where the wand was, and by the fact that the Gnolls and Yongnuo, Yongnuo is a lens manufacturing company, and I keep getting them confused. Yanagu. He's a demon lord, and you guys were able to deduce that he was sent here to retrieve the wand of Orcus, and they beat you here by a short period of time. And since I keep mispronouncing it because there's a lens company, I'm sharing that in chat so you guys can see what the name looks like. Yanagu.
I'm still waiting for a pun from Matt with that name.
And so when you guys arrived in this chamber, there was a lock on the far wall that they were struggling with trying to get open.
Right. They also set off a bunch of booby traps, and there was one that's still active that we marked.
Yeah.
There wasn't more than one that was still active that we went through, right?
Because
that's the only
you
one
guys triggered a couple of them. Most of them were out of ammunition. One of them, an axe swung down. There was a punji pit that you guys tripped and I believe reset behind you.
Okay. Making sure for our exit strategy. Okay.
Okay. Any other questions before we jump back into it? That sounds like a no. So, Mara, is it start of her turn or end of her turn? She can roll the wisdom save. Doop.
And
Oh, duh. One question. Where the fuck is
Yep.
Wrath?
There were so many booby traps and stuff. It was hard for him to fit and not fall into traps, so he was left outside.
Okay. All right.
Sorry. Good question though. Yeah, we were weighing whether or not to bring him in, and it was like, we don't want to risk the killing off your mount while you're not here. So I hand waved and said he will be safe outside. Let's just leave him there.
Yeah, I think I would have said leave him outside.
we abandoned Wrath so much.
He's a good horse. He's been trained.
Yeah. He can defend himself. You'll come out and he'll have like 2 more dead gnolls there for you.
But he'll have abandonment issues.
Yeah, I know about pets and abandonment issues. I heard about it when I came back from 10 days away.
How dare you?
Okay. Mara is up. She is afeared. So she will have disadvantage while the source of her fear, the vampire Gnoll, is in her line of sight. So I'm going to see if she has a saving throw based attack. Spells. Mind Sliver. I've never seen her use that before, but that's interesting. 60 feet. She'll use it on Nolthian. I'm kind of going off sheet with her, but this is kind of the best move. DC 18 save. And it gets 1d4 off its next saving throw. So, Nolthian. Int save. That is a hard no. It takes 14 psychic damage. And it has minus 1d4 on its next saving throw. Let's see. How do I mark that? It's got a broken heart. And then she gets to make her wisdom save. And that's enough. She's no longer afraid. It's just a DC 15. Nolthian is up. Null Abyssal Summoner. Okay, it's going to make a bite on you, Ice Rose. That's a 25 to hit.
Oops, I was muted. That hits.
Okay, it's 5 piercing and 2 necrotic damage. But then he also heals for 12. And then he's going to do that again. And that's a 16 to hit, which I assume is a miss.
That misses.
Okay. Next guy up is the one between Luthien and Duja, the Marauder. He is going to make a flail attack on Duja. That's a 21 to hit.
Sorry, I had to find the unmute. 21 is my AC. Yes.
Okay, so that's a hit for 3 damage.
Wait a second.
Oh.
Do I have a reaction?
You
yes. While holding the shield, which I believe I'm holding. Let me look at mine. Sorry, it's been a bit. Am I dual weaponing or am I holding a shield? I'm holding a shield and only, let me just be honest here. I have a shield in my hand. I have only one weapon. So I would, so I will use my action here. It's a special one, so let me find it again. While holding the shield, the wielder can use a reaction immediately after being hit by a melee attack to expend one. And push the attacker up to 15 feet away. So I'm going to do that.
He is blocked in all directions by other creatures.
Okay, well then. Wait, so then never mind. Then that is not. It doesn't grant me shield then. So never mind. I thought it granted me shield because it's called shield, but it's not.
No, it uses your shield.
yeah, that makes sense. Okay, so never mind. Yeah, then it hits me. I'm 21. Yeah, go ahead.
And which creature is this to hit on?
The white one.
I might be able to make. I forgot we leveled. I should be taking opportunity attacks every turn.
Is it within 5 feet or within your reach?
Did I lose you guys?
No. I was asking Randy if
I went from voice activation to push to talk, and I just said this whole thing, and I didn't press on the key. So every creature's turn, I take an opportunity attack. It doesn't say anything about range or reach.
just on every turn.
Every creature's turn except for my own, or when I take a normal reaction.
Can you share that feature? Starting it, you respond to danger. In combat, you get a special reaction that you can take once on every creature's turn except your own. You can use this special only to make an opportunity attack.
And I just got this.
Okay, so I think what this is doing is it's changing your action economy. It's not granting you an opportunity attack on every turn. It's giving, like, it's not triggering it every turn, but rather than using a reaction to do an opportunity attack, you can use this special reaction to do an opportunity attack. So it's giving you a new resource. So something still needs to trigger an opportunity attack, which would be your sentinel, which is, I think, attacking while it's within 5 feet of you, but you wouldn't have to consume your reaction. So you could keep doing opportunity attacks on every turn and still hold on to your reaction to do something like an indomitable. Does that make sense?
That does. Okay. All right. We can do that. But then I can't use it here. Okay. Then never mind.
Yeah, because he's within your reach, but he's not
moved.
within 5 feet. Yeah.
And I don't have Sentinel, but
Oh, you don't? Okay.
But I have something similar when somebody takes damage next to me. Nah, let's just skip it for now. Let me figure it out later on.
Okay. Yeah, it's weird because some of them it's the attacker within 5 feet, some of them it's the attackee within 5 feet, and I don't think many of them are reach. Because that is just kind of gets exponentially more powerful. Anyway, it was just 3 damage. Vampire Gnoll turn. I don't remember why he couldn't heal, but I'm assuming it was a 1-turn thing. I'm assuming it was one of those cantrips.
Probably Stella.
Did I take damage for my hit? The 21?
Yeah, it was just 3 damage.
Okay.
Also, the last guy, he started his turn within the Spirit Guardians, which is that aura. We forgot to talk about the auras. The one around Luthien was Spirit Guardians, and the one that is a open circle, that was your hammer, dude.
Yes. Yep, the focus. Yeah.
So the previous Marauder, he needs to make what saving throw, Luthien, for your Spirit Guardians?
Great question.
I think it's wisdom.
I believe it's a wisdom, like a DC 18.
It was nat 20.
Well, I think that saves then.
But then the vampire, 13. So that's a fail.
Okay. Let me find that and then roll it. I don't remember what level I cast it at. Probably just third. Nope.
Good call. We should note that going forward if you upcast it.
Yep. Which it actually looks like I may have cast it at third and just not marked it.
If you
Yeah,
go
I'm not.
up into the log, what's your damage look like? Can you tell from when you roll your
Should be able
third
to if I
level
can
cast.
find.
Yeah, third level cast.
Yeah. Okay. That makes sense. I need to mark that down. I am better about that. The Spirit Guardian. Oh, and it's a DC 19 Wisdom save, but that doesn't matter for a nat 20, of course.
Actually, no, I think a nat 20 is an autosave. So the successful one still takes half. So the werewolf takes 15. Well, he takes 15, but he also heals 10 at the start of his turn. So he takes, I'm just going to knock him down 5 damage. And then this guy takes 7. The white guy.
The
Pretty
white
fly.
guy. He is, pretty fly.
The vampire is going to turn. Dude, just kind of scary. Scary and big. Is going to turn to Luthien to make his attacks. Luthien, what language do you cast your spells in?
Common, unless
Okay.
unless I say otherwise, he would just be casting them in common. I never really thought about that.
Not important. Shifty eyes.
Right.
Okay, it's going to do a bite attack. That's a 23 to hit on Luthien.
I will use my reaction to shield.
Okay.
Puts me up to 24 last for the turn. Well, until
And
my
then-
next turn.
Yep. And then it will use its claws, which is also a miss now. So let's see. I'll give you a shield.
At the end of his turn, I have a question for you, Dan, based on what I shared in the chat.
Yep. And good thing calling out ends of turns. That reminds me I should use a legendary reaction or action for Yanagu. When a huge or smaller creature you can see ends its turn within 15 feet of you, you can use your reaction to magically force the creature to make a strength saving throw against your spell save DC, pulling the creature up to 30 feet towards you to an unoccupied space. If you pull the target to a space that is within 5 feet of you, you can make a melee weapon attack against it as part of this reaction. You can use this reaction a number of times equal to your proficiency bonus, and you can regain all of them when you finish a long rest. So it's basically like scorpions get over here.
Yeah, so the question I have is, if they're already within 5 feet of me, I can't trigger this, right?
Up to 30 feet. 0 feet is up to 30 feet.
Yeah, but then...
but to an unoccupied space. They are currently occupying the space.
Yeah, so if I tried to... I can't, pull him to here, for example. Because that's away from me. Or a parallel.
Correct.
Okay, cool. Just wanted to check.
You could step 5 feet. Well, you can't step when it's not your turn.
Exactly. Yes.
But you could move back 5 feet, and then you would be able to pull him up to here, which is still within 5 feet of you.
Yep. Cool. I just wanted to make sure because otherwise I was going to use it. So I figured probably not.
Yeah.
Cool. Thanks.
But at the end of the vampire hyena's turn, let's go over to Yanagu. He is going to use Savage, which allows him to make a bite attack against each creature within 10 feet of him. It doesn't say each creature of his choice, it just says each creature. So he is going to make it against all of y'all who are surrounding him within 5 feet. So first up is your bird. So
Ellie
he's gonna
the egret?
Yep.
No. All right.
That's a 34 to hit.
It misses.
What's your AC?
I have to find hers. Okay, so she's under inventory, infusions, homunculus surge. There she is.
35,
her AC
right?
is 36. No, it's 13.
Okay. 18 piercing damage.
Holy jeez. Mother of nearly
And then
dead.
going clockwise, we're going to the Marauder. He's going in on the Marauder. That is a 32 to hit, and that guy's dead. Oops, that was not the delete.
At least down to 4 HP. I can't seem to change it.
Okay.
But there, I got.
there you go.
Yes, I got it. Cool.
For
Wait, is he eating his own guys?
He has to attack everyone within 5 feet of him. The legendary action is called Savage.
Okay.
am I able to make an opportunity attack because he attacked the bird with my special reaction?
Does the bird have to be within 5 feet of you?
It doesn't.
So you have to have something that allows you to trigger an opportunity attack. And I know your Sentinel one will trigger when it comes to him making an attack on Duja, who's next up. So we can just skip to that. But you need to have something that's triggering an opportunity attack. I know your Cavalier ability will trigger off of him attacking Duja. Or I'm pretty confident in it. Oh, that actually should have been at disadvantage because of the warding mark. Both of those still would have hit. But then he will attack Duja with disadvantage. And it's a 30 to hit. And you've already used shield. So Duja, that's 19 piercing.
Okay.
And Silas, I'm confident that you are able to make an attack in response to that.
Just
What
clarify.
is Duja's AC?
Clarifying, Duja does not have shield. It was a misreading on my part.
Oh, okay. Then the first one up there would have hit. That would have been it was a 23 to hit for 15 piercing and 9 necrotic.
So 24 instead of 19, or 24 plus 19.
24 total.
Okay, I need to do 5 more then. Okay, got it.
And what's Duja's AC?
It is 21.
Okay.
Yeah, this was a 30 to hit. So I believe your Cavalier action would allow you, because both of them are within 5 feet, to make your opportunity attack. It would be a disadvantage because of the fear, because you haven't gotten your turn up yet.
I don't think I can make an opportunity attack, to be honest.
Okay.
It says I can only do it when they move within 5 feet or within my reach, and they haven't moved, so...
Oh, weird. I thought for sure Cavalier had something in there.
I thought I did too. I'm just not finding it.
Okay. All right. I can dig between sessions, or you can keep digging now to see if you get that.
Yeah, but we could keep going.
Yeah. So he is then going to turn to you, and it will be a straight attack because you are the source of the wording mark, and it's a 24 to hit.
Okay, then I will use my normal reaction to bump up my AC. I will do a flat increase of 6, so that misses.
Okay, that's now a miss. And then he will turn to his hyena. This is going to be at disadvantage because of the mark. And it's still a 20. The hyena is dead. So, oh shit, I think I misread that. Oh, damn. I was thinking because he killed those creatures, he would be able to make an extra attack, but it's only on his turn. So actually, he's not able to do that because it was a legendary action. Well, that was my fuck up. Anyway, Stella's up. And she has 2 attacks with the Oath Bow. I'm going to go against her sworn enemy. Ooh, and a crit. 27 to hit for 14. And then a crit for 11, 22, 34. That's a good chunk of HP. And then he's up on his turn. You are still not up, so he is still marked. He is going to go after the bird, though, because he wants his extra attack.
Look, that's just no, not okay with that.
He's going to use his flail on the bird. And that is a 21 to hit.
Yeah, I mean,
Or 20 to hit for 21 damage.
The bird has been returned to its core form, which is a topaz heart.
Falls down as a gem. And then he is going to turn to Silas as the source of the mark. He is going to make a flail attack. That is a 24 to hit.
That hits.
Okay. And so the AC was only for your one turn.
Yeah, only for that one reaction.
Okay. And that's for 15 bludgeoning. And then a 19, which I think misses.
19 misses.
Okay, but on the one where he hits, he can add. He can try to paralyze you. He can try to do that, or he can just do that. He's going to do this first one, and he's going to do an extra 7 damage to you on that attack that hit.
Okay.
And then you are up, so the mark falls.
Is the token update?
It looks like it is. You're at 151, right?
Okay, yeah. All right. We will be.
Oh, sorry. Start of his turn. He had to make a wisdom save. For Spirit Guardians. He did. So Luthien, he saves on Spirit Guardians, so he takes half damage if you want to roll damage on that. Silas, if you want to go ahead and... Oh, that's unfortunate. He takes 3 damage.
Oh, man. I'm doing it. I'm really doing it, guys.
Luthien's back.
Oh yeah.
True to form.
All right,
Curse
and
dice.
who am I feared by?
By the vampire.
Do I make a save from him now? Is that wisdom?
At the end of your turn.
Okay. Then in that case, I will stay where I am and attack him 3 times, or the big guy 3 times.
Okay. And you should have disadvantage. So if you want to roll 3 more times.
Wait, I have disadvantage on him?
Yeah, because he's the source of your fear and he's within your line of sight.
I thought this one was the source of the fear.
Yeah, he's within your line of sight though. Like he would have to be like in the hallway, or like dude just not big enough to block him from
I
you for you.
see. Okay, so disadvantage. Okay.
What if you're looking the other way?
So you can close your eyes, but then you have disadvantage because you are blinded. So if you have blind sight, you could close your eyes, but no, then you'd still see him because you have blind sight. So there's 6 rolls total. Only one of them would have been a miss. So we're gonna let you roll damage twice on that. $16. And 10. Yeah, so for that fear ruling with the line of sight, Brohan has blind sight out to like I think 15 feet. So if the source of his fear, well, I mean, he can just cure fear, but just in theory, if the source of his fear was 30 feet away, he could move away from it and then close his eyes and then attack normally because he has a shorter blind sight. It's weird interactions, but yeah. So 2 hits for 16 and for 10. And then at the end of your turn, you can make a fear save. Oh, do you have a bonus action still with
I
your
have
pole
a
arm?
bonus.
Yeah.
And that'll be at disadvantage as well?
Yeah. Uh, 14's a miss.
Okay, and then wisdom save?
Yep. Oof. It's a 15. Can you boost it at all?
I can. Oh, sorry.
I can use Indomitable, but what...
I got Flash of Genius. I can add 3 to your roll.
And Dooge's reaction will be up immediately.
Yep.
Yeah, let's do that then.
So then that is a save on fear.
No.
End of your turn.
That's all I got. Oh, and that will... one of those hits will be marking him, so he's got that back.
Okay. Back on the mark. As a legendary action, he is going to make a flail attack on Luthien. It'll be at disadvantage because of the mark. It's still a 23 to hit.
That does not hit, just barely, because my shield is still up.
Okay. Oh, that's who shielded. I was calling out Dooja for shielding. No, Luthien shielded. Dooja tried to shield Bash. Okay. Good call. Yeah, I have the shield icon. Okay, Dooja, you're up.
Okay, a few questions for you. So this big guy who hit my bird,
Yep.
is he considered to be inside of my rune?
Yeah, he's within.
And then I can, if I have 2 attacks for in my action turn, if I'm dual wielding, does that mean I get 4 attacks?
No. So your offhand weapon, you can use a bonus action to strike. So you make 2 main hand attacks and then 1 offhand as a bonus action.
And if I drop my shield and draw my other weapon, that I can do that all in this turn, right?
Yeah. So you can drop your shield for free because you're not stowing it. It will be on the ground.
Mm-hmm.
And then you can draw your weapon as part of the attack action.
Okay. Well, I'm also assuming that I heard Ellie let out maybe a little noise and heard it drop to the ground.
Yep.
So Duja would immediately say, well, that is just not, I can't allow that. And she'll turn around and she will do what I just said, drop her shield. And I can do them in any order, right? So she will start with her first attack from the hammer of Runic Focus.
Okay.
Which I think I just rolled.
That's a miss.
Yikes. Okay, and then she will. Hold on, I gotta. While I'm doing, just to be honest, I gotta uncheck my shield. Then it's just a boring old hand axe. So then I will do my hand axe, which is critical.
That's a crit.
Yeah, she was serious about retaliation. And then I will go back and do the runic. Oh wait, sorry. 15. You get +3 on. Is it doing that already or no? So if he's still at 15, right?
If it's +3 from there, then is it +3 to hit or +3 damage?
The runic focus. Here you go. You gain +3 bonus.
Oh, it applies those bonuses. So you've got a. Why do you only have a +6? Do you have a low strength score?
No, I got a +6 strength score, 23. I don't think it's applying them.
Do you not have proficiency in martial weapons?
Where would I see that? Weapons, firearms, simple weapons.
Oh, I think a warhammer is a martial weapon.
It is. It's not a battlesmith.
Yeah, I'm not a battlesmith.
Yeah, battlesmiths get the martial bonus, so that's why.
Okay. Yeah, I selected the warhammer for you, so I can look at revisiting that. Because you obviously would have something that you're proficient with, but let's just roll with it for now. Even with the proficiency added, those would not be high enough. And I have to revisit. I have to apply the stats to the Moonblade as well. Let me just. Yeah, I've got my Moonblade note, and then also the. All my pens suck.
Well, I'm fine with it because Duja is not. She was not a fighter by trade, so if there's some things in the wrong area, that's understandable.
Well, you'd at least have something you're proficient with, rather because otherwise it's actively a nerf.
Oh yeah, I got you.
Even if I have to scale it back to be like a short sword or something. Okay. So, anything else on your turn?
The temp fix
good.
The temp fix I have that Duja could be using is pick a simple weapon and then roll that and then add the bonus. Like make it like a +3 item and roll.
Well, what's your proficiency right now?
Just like under weapons. Firearms and simple weapons.
No, what's the proficiency bonus? The plus.
Oh, on strength. No, +6. Yes, +6.
Okay.
Yep.
Yeah, none of those would have hit anyway. So.
Okay.
Anything else on your turn?
No.
Okay.
You got the damage, right?
Yep.
Okay, cool. Good. Yep.
I don't think I applied it though. Oh no, wait. Yeah, I applied the crit. The other one was a miss.
Yep. Cool. Sounds good.
Luthien.
All right, let's go. I'm going to Booming Blade the jerk that is standing on Dooge's like right shoulder. The sort of half red guy.
Oh, I thought you meant like viewer right, and I was like, well, that's Silas. That's not very nice.
Oh no! I'm talking stage right.
Yep.
And shit, that's a crit. I actually did something.
Whoa.
Yep. Go ahead, roll damage.
Man, I was gonna do like a big spell too, and I was like, I'll probably just miss.
Let's see. He is the vampire. Okay. That's 14 piercing plus a 13, so 27. Plus there also should be some booming blade damage.
Yeah, I was getting there. It takes a
Okay.
second for my computer to switch pages.
It didn't do a crit, so roll 3d8 more.
Okay, I'll do that.
36. 46 damage. That's enough. He is dead.
Like
That was a big hit. So yeah, he doesn't have a chance. Oh, actually, let me undo that. Let me make sure he doesn't have any save mechanics because he is a vampire after all. Generation shape changer. When it reduces creatures to 0. No, when it's reduced to 0, it doesn't have any saves on that. It's dead.
Nice. Good riddance to that jerk. And then I will just kind of step over towards big boy over here. And that's my turn.
Okay, and shield is gone too. I remove the marker.
Yep.
Ice Rose, you are up. You've got a Nolthian next to you, and you are feared. Oh, actually, you are no longer feared. The source of your fear is dead.
Oh, good. So I get to make straight attacks.
Yep.
Okay. I don't remember how weak this guy was, so let's just.
Okay. All 3 of those are hits.
Okay, it's pretty weak.
Well, those are also very good rolls. And I'm assuming you're attacking two-handed?
It should be one-handed. Am I doing two-handed?
Are you using shield?
I am using a shield, that's why it should be one-handed.
Okay, so 5, 4, 4.
1d8 plus 2 versus 1d10.
Yeah.
1d8 plus 2 is one-handed, correct?
Yeah, on the left is the one-handed. So 5, 4, 4. So that's 9. That's 13
Okay.
plus your crimson, right?
Oh, that's right. Oh, where is my right?
Okay. Those are unfortunate rolls.
Yeah.
Okay, 7, 8, and what did I say? 13. So 21 damage.
That feels really weak for
Those were terrible rolls.
like the damage rolls. Absolutely.
You rolled well on the attacks,
Right.
but those are like Luthien rolls.
No, that still feels off. Hang on, let me do something real quick.
Oh, you didn't roll damage with your you've been rolling damage with your Moonblade. So Your Moonblade should have no. Oh, okay, let me see.
I don't have the proficiency.
Yeah, so it should be but proficiency isn't added to damage, is it?
I don't know.
Let me see. Let me pull up artist just to be sure.
Yeah, because that damage feels real low for me. For 3 hits, even with shit rolls,
Yeah,
like that
so your
feels
proficiency
low.
should be added 3 times. So that is that's an extra 18 damage from proficiency. But also those were terrible rolls.
Okay.
But yeah, an
But
extra 18 damage.
yeah, when you're saying like 21 for 3 hits, that feels really low. So plus 18, so it's 39.
I don't know. I added the first and then I added the proficiency damage.
Where are you seeing that?
So I added up all these dice rolls here,
Hmm.
and then you missed out on the proficiency bonus for 3 attacks, which is an additional 18. So I'd already applied all the rolled damage, and then I just added an additional 18 to it.
Gotcha. Okay.
So I didn't have a running total because I already applied it.
Okay. Yeah.
Okay, Mara's up. Would she try to help Ice Rose remove the ads, or would she just shoot the boss? What do you guys think?
I think she'd probably try and help Ice Rose.
Okay.
I vaguely remember telling Mara to stop Yanago. I'm trying to remember why Mara's like standing up there.
Because she was feared, so she couldn't approach. Also, if she wouldn't really want to approach, but this also it still does have a saving throw disadvantage from her last attack until the end of her next turn. So I think to utilize that, the best calculus would be to attack it again. So I think that's what I'm gonna do. And it's a DC 18 save. And that is enough. Yep, that is enough. So it'll take 11 damage. And it will continue to have a disadvantage on its next saving throw because that is re-upped by this attack. On its turn here, it makes 2 attacks. It is going to bite. That's a 16 to hit, I assume is a miss. And a 19? What's your AC, Michelle?
Oh, me?
Yeah.
My AC is 19.
Okay, that is a hit.
Sorry, 20. Sorry, I was
Okay,
on Jimmy's
that's a
sheet.
miss. And then Stella's up. She will attack her sworn enemy. Apprentice. Ooh, that's a crit. And damage. Was that her second crit? I think she crit before. 7 plus 12, that's 19 plus 14 is 33. And then another 8 is 41. 48 damage. Whew. He's hurting pretty bad. On the end of her turn, because I forgot to use it earlier, he will use his, what is it called? Savage. Attack everything within 5 feet of him. He will start with Luthien. That's a 20. It should be at disadvantage because he's marked.
Okay.
18.
That does not hit.
Okay.
I'm back down to 19 right now.
Duja. 23. That is with disadvantage.
I will use my reaction
Yes.
to bump Duja's AC.
Okay.
Flat 6.
Yes, and that puts me at 27. I have a 21 naturally.
Okay. And then
Oh,
Silas.
no, sorry. Wait, hold on a second. How much was it?
It was 23.
Sorry, I'm away from my computer. Let me go look because I dropped my shield. So,
Oh, I think that is a hit, but Silas is bumping it, so
I'm at 18 plus 6, you said? So 24.
yeah,
Okay,
that'll be
cool.
24.
Yep, good, thank you.
And then straight attack on Silas. That's a 22 for 16 piercing. And then on his turn, he still is marked. And he's going to make 3 attacks on you, Silas. A 31, a nat 1, and a 32. So he hits twice for 10 and 14, and he can add extra features. So do you want to apply the damage now and then I add the rest, or add it all together? Okay. He is going to add an extra 14 damage. And then you need to make a Constitution saving throw. Ooh, the DC was 17. That's a success. He was trying to paralyze you. But then start of your turn, the mark will drop off and you are up.
I'm gonna attack 3 times on him.
Okay, the 17 is a miss. So 2 hits. Four. Ooh, those are low rolls. 7 and 8. And the 15 is also a miss. So it's 15. He's getting there, though. Action surge. Okay. 14 is a miss. 14 is a miss. 21 is a hit.
Okay.
For another 9. Anything else you can do on your turn?
No, I'm gonna save my second action sword.
Okay. That's two actions and a bonus action. Let's see. He's gonna go ahead, and since he's getting low, he's gonna use his savage again and attack everyone within 5 feet. Starting with Luthien. You weren't able to mark again, right? Or you're out of marks?
I can mark him, so it'll be
Okay.
disadvantage.
How many marks do you have now at this level? I'm just curious. He will attack Luthien.
I would have to take a long rest to get them back.
Yeah. It's a 30 to hit Luthien.
Well, there's no point in shielding. I might as well just tank that.
14 piercing.
Okay.
18 on Duja. I think that is your AC, right?
That is currently my AC, yes.
Silas, can you...
Yeah, I'll boost them. I'll do a chance 1d8. Basically succeeds.
Yep, even one is a success.
Woohoo!
And then he'll make a straight attack on you, Silas. A 25 to hit.
That will hit.
For 18 damage. Piercing. And then, Duja, you haven't gotten your turn yet, right?
Correct.
Okay, you are up.
Nice.
So we're looking at big guy, bad guy, and guy up by Ice Rose are the two left on the that we're aware of, right?
Yep.
Okay. Well, big guy, bad guy is right here. So I'm gonna swing from the tangles of his heart. Swing from the tangles of my 22. Plus
22 is a
3?
hit?
No, yes. I'm going to do the same pattern as before. I'm going to do my hand axe next.
Okay.
Which I go crit on always. Oh, good. Do well at least.
Still a good hit?
And then now's the crit. No.
The 19's a miss.
Yeah, okay.
But still... Oh, it's one-handed, so that's 9. And 13 is 22. Still up.
All right.
But looking very, very hurt. You guys can see his HP bar, right?
Yes. I mean, what there is of it, yes.
Yeah, what's left of it. Luthien, you are up.
Great.
Actually, at the end of... No, go ahead. I'll let you... I'll take it at the end of your turn, if he's still up.
Okay. I forgot to. I don't remember if we did the Spirit Guardian's damage on his turn, but I don't care.
we did not. We can do a wisdom, and that's a fail.
All right. Let me find it on here. No. Radiant roll.
Okay, 14 damage. He's got just a smidge left.
Of course he does. Alright, I'm going to use my bonus action to do steady aim since I haven't moved and give myself advantage on this attack.
Okay. 21's a hit.
Okay.
And is this a booming blade?
Yes.
Okay. So 11 and 4, that's 15. He's very hurt. How much do you roll on this booming blade? That's enough.
Yes.
Down
Doing
with the
stuff.
gods.
God damn it.
What, was I not supposed to do that?
I wanted his soul. I was like sitting there, it's like, please do a Luthien roll for once.
But I'm sorry, I didn't realize.
You're good. No, you're
I
fine.
forgot that. Yeah, you like to hunt souls. Yeah, I would have been fine with it too. Shoot, I'm
No,
sorry.
it's all good. I'll take this, guys.
Ice Rose,
Yeah,
you're
get
up.
that guy. That guy
And you have
sucks
a
anyway.
Nolthian next to you.
Yeah, I'll take Nolthian soul instead. Where's my right knife?
Okay,
14 misses?
all of those hit. 14 is its AC.
Oh, he's that weak?
Yeah, these gnolls are not very strong. Yanagu is the only one of them that was considerably strong. The vampire was pretty strong as well.
It's soul imprisoned in the dagger. I have 2 souls, I think.
You still have Halam.
And I have the mushroom dragon thing.
Yes.
So I have 2 souls.
Yeah, so it should be 3d4 extra. But that's going to be enough. He had 20 HP.
Okay.
So you now also have a Gnoll. It's a Gnoll Abyssal Summer. I'll share this with you. Trapped within your knife.
You got to have the Gnoll soul to pay the toll. No, sorry.
That does not work. No. No.
I was just alluding to the inappropriate line from Always Sunny in Philadelphia. So I think we got there. You got to pay the troll toll to get into the boys' hole.
Thought we said no gum. No gum, everybody. Very unprofessional. I know you're saying boys stole. So funny.
The Gnoll's soul. Gnoll's hole?
For future reference, do I manually roll the d4s for the souls in the right knife, or do we just like multiply it?
I think multiplying it probably makes the most sense, and that actually is like so it's not as fun to not roll as many dice because rolling a lot of dice is fun. But the way Magic Missile is supposed to work by like rules as written is you roll 1d4 and then times it by the number of blasts. I mean, that's awesome when you roll a 4, but then when you roll a 1 and every single blast is shit, it's kind of disappointing. So I usually prefer rolling them all individually. But given the fact that it's rolling it this way, I think it probably makes the most sense in this particular instance to not have to roll that many individual things custom. So I think while you have 3 souls imprisoned, we triple that second half of the equation. Does that make sense?
Yeah, because I was gonna say like the right knife is at least set up to like automatically roll instead of me having to manually type it in.
Yeah, let's so because it's already rolling different d4s on each attack, that's still giving you that variance. It's not like, if you rolled a d4 and got a 1, it would apply to every single attack. So I think this is still fair and fun and easier.
Okay.
So for now, you have 3 souls imprisoned in the right knife. Luthien has a dead god at his feet.
I have a quick
Good.
question.
God?
The Gnolls view him as a god. He's a demon.
Oh.
I have a quick housekeeping question for my dead bird. I pick up its heart, obviously, and I could just remake the homunculus servant, but I don't see a time. I don't see how long that takes me to do.
It's
Usually,
a spell, isn't it?
it's a mending. It's a mending that takes 1 minute and it brings it back. If it works like the battlesmith, it brings it back to full.
Yeah, if a mending is cast on it.
And mending
Okay.
is a 1 minute spell.
Okay, yeah, and I have mending at will as a cantrip, so I will just. So I immediately pick up my shield and go to the pick up the bird's soul. Here we are again, and and I start casting mending on. I mean, I'm paying attention to things, but I'm focused on getting the bird back.
I'm gonna go claim the thing.
Meanwhile,
What?
Lucy
Climb on what?
I'm gonna go claim the wand.
Okay.
Or try
Was
to.
Luthien doing something with the dead god? Sorry, I cut that off. I feel before I.
Smirking at him. About it.
Ice Rose. Before you is a kind of golden brass colored vault door. There seems to be some clockwork mechanisms in there. And as you peer through the gaps in the clockwork, you can see that there is blood acting almost as like a oil or grease on this mechanism. They were pulling on this handle, unable to make it open. And it doesn't seem like it's connected to the blood that you feel on the other side.
Wait, there's blood in the mechanism,
Yes.
but there's also blood inside.
Inside the mechanism. Yeah, like, but there's this big handle that looks like, when you see a big like bank vault that you would like turn the wheel on to like open the door, that they were tugging on to no avail. It doesn't seem connected to the fluid inside that you can just intuitively sense.
Is the blood just like in the gaps?
It's kind of all over all the clockwork stuff. It's like if this was a mechanism that needed to be greased and it had grease on it, except it's blood.
Okay, yeah, that's what I was trying to figure out. If it was a separate thing or if it was being lubed by blood. Okay, I'm gonna reach out and try to pull the blood to me.
It's trapped in there, but as the blood starts to flow, you can start to see the gears shift inside.
I'm gonna keep pulling. And I guess to not waste it, I'm gonna use it to form an armor of Agathis.
It's trapped inside the mechanism.
Oh, there's no like outlet for it to come out.
No, yeah,
Okay.
like this. It's inside this like vault door. You're not actually like seeing it, but you're feeling it. Like this is like a sealed gold brass door, but and it looks clockwork, but you feel that inside there, whatever is like holding the gears, that should be like a grease that like facilitates action. Instead, it is blood, and it was not allowing turning when it was in there inactive. But as you start to manipulate it, you can feel this blood start to move the clockwork.
Okay, I will keep pulling at it.
And as you do, the gears start to spin freely, and the vault door opens for you. And inside, you see the Wand of Orcus.
I check for traps.
Roll an investigation.
If it's obvious you're checking for traps, Duja would assist you. She's got some tinkerings.
How obvious are you?
I'm not hiding anything.
Okay. Duja, you could also help, or you could give her advantage.
I'll give her advantage.
There do not appear to be any traps. Oh, and that did not copy the images I wanted it to. Let's see. Copy image. So the Wand of Orcus is a spinal column with a skull on the front of it, as shared in chat.
So I'm gonna call it behind me. Luthien, Mara, I'm gonna pick this up if I'm picking up the wand.
Be careful.
Is there a reason you shouldn't? I'm just wondering. Should I be prepared for something?
Yeah, you know what? If I turn evil, just kill me.
You're sure about that?
Or knock me out, something.
Oh, okay.
I'll be ready with
Definitely.
greater restoration, or and if that doesn't work, then we go to like dispel magic or remove curse, and if that doesn't work, then we kill you.
Oh, okay. I have.
It's
Sounds
like
like a
Plan
plan.
C.
I have
Yeah.
some tricks up my sleeve too. We'll work this out. Go ahead, I guess.
Sounds like a
Okay.
plan. And reach in and grab the wand of Orcus.
Before you touch the wand, Duja moved herself up to the entrance to this vault. Is everyone moving up there? Or
Yeah, I
Are
mean,
you-
I would
yeah.
imagine.
If I just went up to get the wand and stuff, yeah.
okay. So we'll just, for the sake of argument, have everyone up there.
Is Duja
You
back
guys
to
are
regular
hit
size
with
now?
a fireball.
Huh?
You guys are gonna get hit with a fireball.
I wouldn't place you all together if like it was that
Yes, you
important, but
would.
I didn't want to have you guys on the other side of the chamber, because in case things happen when Ice Rose touches the wand, I just wanted people to, have the option to say, "Oh no, I wouldn't be 100 feet away." It's actually been so long since I've read this. This is a long list of properties. I'm gonna take just a second to read this real quick.
Oh, as I reach out, does the moonlight react? I would be curious about that.
Uh, it's not really conscious, but it might. That's a good call.
Because anything that's an enemy of Sonoria or the elves, I forgot how it was worded.
Oh, this wouldn't be considered an enemy because it's not a creature.
Okay.
For that property. And the other ones are dead. So you're picking it up?
Picking it up.
Okay, the wand magically shrinks down in size to be, rather than this massive, thing that would be like a staff for you, but probably size to Orcus. It sizes down to a wand that would be appropriate for a person of your size.
I just stand there holding it for a minute,
Mm-hmm.
waiting. Am I growing horns? Tail?
So you don't
I think-
immediately attune to it.
Oh. I don't know if I want to attune to it.
I'm just kind of going through the properties real quick.
I don't really have much experience, only descriptions. So will you guys let me know if she does anything unusual? Is that fair?
It's
I don't
gonna
want
be
to.
tough to tell, but yeah, you'll know. Don't worry.
Okay, all right, good.
Yeah.
This might be a bad idea. Can I try to reach out
You
with my
could
mind?
make that argument about anything we've done.
What was the question?
Can I reach out to it with my mind? Like, kind of like the way I do with the right knife?
Yeah. It will give you a warm welcome. Greetings, Ice Rose.
Orcus?
No. I am my own.
Uh-huh.
What is it that you desire?
Well, the death of your master, for one.
Then his head we will have.
you're displaying a lot of loyalty right now, which is really making me trust you.
I've been waiting for you.
Excuse me?
I was put here for you to find. If it's his head you desire, then we will take it.
Who put you here?
You know who. Only you could open that door. Well, and him. But he's gone now,
Voldemort?
isn't he?
Kidding. Oh. I'm gonna reach out to the Moonblade. Is this a good idea? To connect with this thing?
Uh, I'm. It's not particularly, like, it's not uniquely sentient. It can't speak to you. So I'm trying to think of how this would be flavored. So this is a DM buffering. This is not a.
Oh yeah. Like the player's well aware, but I don't think Ice has ever learned fully how the Moonblade works. And now that since she has one weapon, she can kind of sort of talk to things inside of it. She just kind of
It's
assumes it's the same with the Moonblade.
its choice is really the attunement or not. Like who does it go to? You know, it's like the
Right,
it
right. Like
accepts and then it remains.
yeah, the player understands that. The character
Yeah.
is attributing more sentience to it.
Yeah, I'm thinking how to flavor that. Um, roll me a. I want to have you roll me a moral compass check. No, roll me a.
I have one.
Roll me a. Not an insight.
Okay. Do I get advantage?
No.
Okay.
You hold the moonblade in one hand and the wand in another. And looking at them, one in one hand, one in the other, the fact that you are doing this insight on it at all, you're not getting anything from it, but you're wishing you did. Almost to the point that, like, I would assume Ice Rose is getting frustrated that the Moonblade is not rejecting the wand. Does that sound fair?
It does sound very fair.
That's what I'm getting from this interaction.
Okay. I'm gonna reach back out to the wand of Orcus. What happens if I give you to someone else?
That's your call to be made. Then it's their will that will be done.
Ah, I see. I'm gonna walk back to the party. I don't think I turned into a demon yet.
That's good news. You don't look like one.
Mm-hmm. It's looking for a master.
It, as in the wand of this demon that we are on a mission to kill.
Mm-hmm. It's looking for a master.
A specific master, or just
No, it's looking for a master, not its master.
It,
And I have a sneaking suspicion who it wants its master to be, if it's given a choice.
Hmm. It didn't sound.
It wanted you to find it.
Well, it was put here by what's his face?
What's his face?
Fraser Blue. Fraser Blue wanted me to be its master. I could ask again. It didn't sound like the one really cared who its master was, either ways.
Fraser Blue was the demon prince of deception. Is that
Yeah.
correct?
Yep.
Mm-hmm. Lied to
And
me my whole life. Mm-hmm. Yep, that
yeah,
one.
and he wants you to have it, huh?
Mm-hmm. I know. I'm real convinced.
So what do you want to do with it?
I don't know. I wouldn't say I'm not tempted, especially since this guy, and she'll swing the moonblade a little bit. This guy doesn't seem to care. But also, it's looks like more of a magic-y thing. I don't really do magic. It could also be lying to me. I could, try to become its master, and it will then turn me into Orcus's slave. I don't know how it works.
Well, why don't we just hang on to it for now? We can ask someone that might know. We can figure it out.
Let's keep this to ourselves for now. I really don't want anyone outside of our party to know we have this.
Okay.
Because I can think of certain entities that we know that would probably love to get their hands on this.
Hmm.
I ain't talking about demons only.
Yeah. Well. Yeah. Okay. Let's just hang on to it. We'll worry about it later.
is everyone hearing this?
It's not a hidden conversation.
Is there a safe place that you guys keep things that you want to hide from other people? Do we have?
Mara's got that portable hole
Mm,
for the bag of
well,
holding.
Uh, speaking up for Mara, since Bree's not here, Mara can produce a. Sorry, I don't know what perspective to put the the voice in. I'll just say it out of character. Mara can create a demi-plane to hold things. That's where you held the lich and the goop when they were very toxic and need to be separated from the material plane. And as long as she's the only one who knows that's the contents, the only one who can cast demi-plane, it is safe from other people being able to access it.
Like, I would want to know we can do this out of character, because I would be asking Mara, like, if someone is actively searching for this, would they be able to locate it in the demi-plane? Like, how hidden would it be?
Let's see. They would have to know, so they have to know the nature and the contents. So the nature of it would specifically be, I would put that as kind of like knowing the caster, knowing the person who put it there and the item that is contained within it. So they couldn't just say, hey, I'm looking for a demi-plane containing the wand. They would have to say, hey, I am looking for a demi-plane made by Mara Elpis containing the Wand of Orcus. They would have to know all those details.
So theoretically, right, if someone had access to Wish and wished to know the location of the wand, would they be able to access that information?
If they had access to Wish and they wished to know the location of it, yes, that is outside of Wish's typical bounds, so they'd be at the risk of not being able to ever cast Wish again. But if they wanted to do that and they worded it properly, it's theoretically possible for them to get that information.
I feel indirectly personally attacked.
Okay. I will ask Laura to open up a demi-plane.
And that's not spell slots, so I think that's just something she can do with a feature. We can check with
Really?
her. It's like a once per day type thing.
Oh.
Because warlocks cap. Oh no, wait. Actually, let me look at her spell slots. Sorry, I'm thinking more of like half casters. She's a full caster. Warlocks are just weird. Let's see if that's a spell.
While you're doing that, does Luthien want to try to identify it? To learn more about it?
Sure. Let me make sure I actually have that. I think it's one of my permanently learned spells, but I want to make sure because I might not have it ready.
Because you have the nerd background.
Yeah, I mean, I like that clerics can change basically daily what their spells are. It's pretty fun. I do have Identify up.
Alright, I'll hand it over to Luthien.
Okay.
All right, I'll get to work identifying.
So that takes 10 minutes. So I will have to determine the major and minor properties of it. Let's see.
As a player, you have no idea how tempting it is to just attune to this.
Well, let me read one of the top paragraphs to that. Any creature besides Orcus that tries to attune to the wand must make a DC 17 Constitution saving throw. On a successful save, the creature takes 10d6 necrotic damage. On a failed save, the creature dies and rises as a zombie. In the hands of one who is attuned to it, the wand can be wielded as a magic mace that grants +3 damage. And attack rolls, the wand deals an extra 2d12 necrotic damage. There are some minor and major beneficial and detrimental properties. There's a table for me to roll those on, which I'd have to do if you attune to it.
I volunteer as tribute.
The detrimental properties are suppressed while the wand is attuned to Orcus himself. Protection, you gain +3 armor class while holding the wand. It doesn't say you have to be attuned. While holding the wand, you get +3 AC.
Oh man.
The wand has 7 charges. While holding it, you can use an action and expend one or more of its charges to cast the following spells: Animate Dead, Blight, Circle of Death, Finger of Death, Power Word Kill, or Speak with Dead.
Circle of Death?
I still
Yeah.
volunteer as tribute.
You have no idea how disappointed I am we don't have Stormblaze with us right now.
And it talks
While-
to you? Fuck.
Yep.
While attuned to the wand, Orcus or a follower blessed by him can cast each of the wand's spells with 2 fewer charges. Minimum of 0, which means it can just cast Blight nonstop. Call Undead. While you are holding the wand, you can use an action to conjure skeletons and zombies, calling forth as many of them as you can divide 500 hit points among.
Oh my god, I could be like Lord of the Rings.
Each undead having average hit points. The undead magically rise up from the ground or otherwise form in unoccupied spaces within 300 feet of you and obey your commands until they are destroyed or until the dawn of the next day. So 500 hit points, that's a lot of zombies. I think they're like 8 hit points each, so that's like 42 zombies. When they collapse into inanimate at the end of the next day, they collapse into inanimate piles of bones or rotting corpses. Once you use this property of the wand, you can't use it again until the next dawn. So because of the way it's saying all these are while you're holding it, I'm assuming they are supposing attunement. So what I said before about +3 armor, that would still require attunement.
I'm so tempted.
When Orcus summons the undead, they don't perish at dawn the next day. Sentience, the wand of Orcus is sentient, blah, blah, blah. Personality, you wouldn't be able to get that out of identify. Destroying the wand. I think you'd also have to delve into lore to figure out how to destroy the wand. A simple identify would not be enough.
Is this considered a cursed item?
No. Oh, actually, yes, it does say no, it's cursed.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. Do we get that part?
Nope.
Do we at least know it's cursed?
You would be able to intuit that from the fact that it is the wand of Orcus. I don't think you'd need an identify in order to figure out that, hey, this has some bad mojo going in there. When you were given the info about its location, it wasn't to go there and claim it. You were given that information in order to be able to retrieve it, to keep it out of Orcus's hands. I don't think you need to roll any sort of insider intelligence. When you were given the knowledge of its location, you would know that the reason you were given that was not as a gift, but to deny access to it.
Mm-hmm. And I'm about to deliver it right to his right-hand man. Yeah, I vote for putting this in a demi-plane.
I'm assuming Bree and Mara would have no qualms with that.
I think we
Um,
talked about that too before,
yeah,
like what to do with the wand, and she
yeah,
offered up the demi-plane.
yeah. It's a safe place to put dangerous things.
I don't like that you said that now. It feels like it's going to come back and bite us in the ass. But
I'm trying to give commentary that would probably come from Mara on that, just because she's not here. You guys trusted the Lich's phylactery to there and all the goop.
yeah, Ice's concern is that no one was actively going to be looking for the lich. But yeah, based on what you said, sure, let's put it in a
Mhm.
demi-plane.
Okay. And so, given the new kind of approach that we're going to be taking to travel, rather than having you go through, I'm assuming your next point is to head to Kazgaroth. Is there anything else you guys would like to do before you head to Kazgaroth?
Not for my character.
I will specifically ask everyone to keep quiet, even to if people have connections to the wardens and to Sonoria, about us having the wand right now.
Okay.
Keep it secret, keep it safe.
Yeah, just for safety, just for now. Once we take care of Kasparov, we can figure out what to do with it.
Question for the DM. The organization of the wardens and the plainsmiths, etc. How structured is it? Meaning, am I under orders, or is this a loose structure?
Have you played Mass Effect?
No,
Okay.
not well. I played a little bit, but when it first came out, so I don't remember.
I'm trying to think of a good analog. Have you played Dragon Age?
Again,
No.
long time.
Have
there-
you seen
There's Star Trek equivalent?
No. Have you seen Serenity?
Yeah, like
The Firefly movie?
Yeah, I just watched that not too long ago. Yeah.
Yeah, you know how the guy is kind of like acting as an agent of this state, but he's kind of like, James Bond. He's kind of given a vague directive, and then it's like, hey, figure out how to achieve these goals.
Okay, so which guy in Serenity?
Chiwetel Ejiofor, his character.
I don't know that the priest.
No, the one who's hunting them.
Hunting them. The one-off episode, the guy with the separate spaceship.
No, Serenity, the movie.
Oh yeah, the crazy. Okay, yeah. The hyper,
he's kind of a fanatic who's like hunting them, but basically he was given like the task of like, hey,
go get them. Yeah, I remember now.
Track them down,
yeah,
and then it's kind of like. It's like, okay, you're given this goal, and that's like, hey, you have full autonomy to achieve this goal by whatever means possible.
Okay, so what are the characteristics of the person or persons who told me, who sent me, or not sent me, but like, that were part of the decision for me to join this? Obviously, my brother-in-law.
Yeah.
And then who else? Any of the, like, do you have a character in mind? Like,
I don't have the Master Plainsmith in mind, or the Grand Plainsmith. If you have anything in mind that would motivate, otherwise I could kind of come up with a bio of who would be your mentor. Like, you know how they went through training and they trained under what was her name? The fawn.
Yeah. So you're okay with me kind of saying it was my brother-in-law and a loose. It was my brother-in-law, me, and a loose directive that got me here.
Yes.
Okay. All right. That's all. That's how I need to know that context and how so I can determine how Duja listens to what Ice Rose just said.
Mm-hmm.
In regards to Mass
Cool.
Effect, you're thinking he's more like a Spectre.
Yes. Yep.
Okay.
Yeah, they're given like vague directives and then full autonomy on what are the best means and methods to achieve those directives.
Okay, then I will ask Silas. Let me see if I have a spell. No, I don't. Okay, I'll just ask Silas. Like, at some point, I'm assuming we'd have a moment where I could kind of get near him and say, "Are you worried about this wine that she found? How do you feel?"
Push to talk?
Well, shit. Yes. It's not that I'm afraid of something happening. It's just you have to be ready for something to happen, and be there to either protect, ward, or fend off any bad things from happening. I'm getting that vibe now, but worried? Not exactly. We've been through worse.
Oh, okay, that's relieving. Okay. That's all.
Okay. And so general direction is towards Kasgaroth, is that correct?
Yep.
Okay. So then we'll kind of wrap up the session here. If there's anything you guys would like to discuss amongst characters, you can. Otherwise, if there's anything you would like to do during travel, anything you'd like to do as far as messaging, communication, anything you'd like to prep on your rests, you're going to have probably about 4 to 5 days of travel. Let me know before next session, and then we'll start with kind of a recap of fast travel. We'll recap the last session. We'll go through playing out any of those things that may have happened during the fast travel, and then we'll arrive at the next big encounter. Just means to kind of speed things up so you're not fighting a whole bunch of level 1 zombies that have no chance of actually killing you.
Then I can test out the wand.
We could make
You could. If you want to have an encounter, this is something that maybe would be good to discuss. We could have one encounter before you get to the next big one where you can experiment with it. That would probably involve attunement. So if you intend to attune to the wand, 100% let me know before next session so I can prep for it.
Absolutely not. I would actually want to ask Luthen if he has read anything about any direction he might have about destroying this level of artifact.
Researching is definitely something you guys could do in your downtime. And the more people you reach out to about it, the better chance you'd have. So let me know who you may or may not want to reach out to.
No, I'm not reaching out to people. I'm just picking Luthen's brain right now.
Okay.
Because he's a researcher.
Yeah.
I do have to hop, but I do want to say the one thing that I would do is Duja wants to talk to everyone still because she wants to get her bearings. So I would probably want like a little one-off with everyone just about whatever.
Okay.
That's all. But I gotta keep packing and get to bed.
All right. Have a good night.
Thank you guys.